We all want to be able to eat what tastes good, right? But at what expense?
Almost any expense sometimes. It depends. If it's chocolate,
Well, anyway, if you were told that a pill would help you to lose weight, would that give you permission to overeat because the pill will make you lose weight anyway? Pass the
maybe.
cookies.
Indeed, pass them back too.
Well, a new study shows that the public has faith in weight loss pills and that the public is using them more than ever, although they're causing Americans to actually gain weight. So, how can this be? And is this false advertising? And how can we believe the before and after pictures? And do these pills encourage a healthy lifestyle?
Right. Well, they're trying to get us to have a quick solution for something without doing the work, as usual. It's usually lifestyle that needs to be managed the most, because if we eat right, we're not going to have this kind of problem. But when we have other issues that lead to overeating, then it doesn't take much to encourage us to do it. And when you see all the ads on TV that show you all these things that are tasty, then you start eating, right?
Well, it's very tempting to do the weight loss pills. I mean, for example, I do Facebook as well as a lot of other people.
Yeah, right.
And every time I turn it on, there's ads for this Garcinia cambogia. Everybody wants to know about Garcinia cambogia. And Dr. Oz recommends it, and the TV show called The Doctors talks about it. And,
Boy, money talks, doesn't it?
and everybody's looking for a quick fizz.
That too. Right, take one of each, please.
Fix, I meant.
That's right.
So let's talk about the research with the Garcinia cambogia.
Well, there isn't much. I mean, there simply wasn't much research done. A couple of articles came out, and of course, who published them were the people who did the Garcinia, who had the product. And so Dr. Oz bid onto that, and I would guess he made a lot of money doing that as well. And the next thing you know is everybody's talking about how good it is.
Well, the weight loss showed up to be weak, and the results were inconsistent. I mean, there was nothing much about it.
Well, what diet pills do work, Vicki? I mean, there are so many diet pills out there on the market, many of which have been approved by the FDA. Things like Xenical and fen was for a while. There's some new ones called Contrive and Qsymia. And what's in these drugs, when you look at them, for me as a doctor, is mind-blowing. I mean, you look at a drug like Xenical, what does it do? It blocks the effect of lipase, which is an enzyme that digests fat, and so consequently you don't digest the fat, it passes out in the stool. Well, it's a novel idea, but now you got greasy stools that sometimes give you diarrhea and stained underwear.
Out.
Right. Plus you don't absorb any of the fat soluble vitamins like A, D, E, and K and some others. And then you look at the new one that's out that's called Contrive, and what is it? Naltrexone, which is a drug that's used to get addicts off of narcotics, and bupropion, which is an antidepressant. You want to go that far? Or how about Qsymia? It's got phenteramine in it, which was in fen, and also something called Topamax, which is used for what? People have migraine headaches. Now, the side effects from these things are stunning. And how much weight are you going to lose? You're talking about 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 10 pounds, and you're going to sustain using these drugs for months to years? It's like, hello, where's the common sense?
Well, the common sense really would be to live a healthy lifestyle.
There you go.
And there's a lot of reasons for that. I mean, for example, a lot of it is about calories. So if you eat a diet that's lower in calories but has good protein and healthy fats, and then you exercise, that's going to help to burn fat and calories if you get enough sleep, because if you don't get enough sleep, what does that do?
Well, it raises your steroid levels. It causes insulin resistance and leptin resistance. And the next thing you know is you're on your way to getting type 2 diabetes and obesity and all the other things that go with having too much stress in your life.
Yeah, because when you have too much stress in your life, if you don't cut back on that stress, a lot of times what people do is they eat more because they're stressed.
Well, that's another thing that adds to it. If you really want to lose weight, the best things are eat food with more fat.
That's a healthy fat.
Yeah.
Because it fills you up.
Yes, and cut your food into smaller pieces. Don't just glump the whole, eat the whole things too fast. And as you said, exercise is a big deal and a very good thing.
But the other thing I want to get to is having a meaningful purpose in life, because then you have a reason to get up off that couch and to get out of the kitchen
And do
and to go
something.
do something.
Yeah, well,
Because when you
that's
just hang around the house, what do? You go open the refrigerator, even if you're not hungry.
All right, let's take a look at the study that these people did, okay, at the University of Pennsylvania and also at Dartmouth. And it was interesting. What they did is they told people, they gave them some cookies, okay, some chocolate cookies, and said, you can have all you want of this. And by the way, we have a weight reduction pill that's coming out that we'll give you that you can take. The second group, they just gave them the cookies. They didn't tell them anything about the weight reduction pill. And lo and behold, what do you think happened? The people who thought they were going to get the weight reduction pill, which, by the way, they weren't, ate like if food was going out of style compared to those people who didn't know that weight
Well,
reduction
they
pill was
figured they
coming.
could eat twice as much because it wasn't going to count.
Well, that's the thinking that went through their mind. It's not exactly clear thinking, but that's right. Because you can't eat lots of cookies every day and think you can take a weight reduction pill and it's going to solve your problem, because it won't. And what are the long-term results of taking diet pills, appetite suppressants? Not very good. You're looking at maybe 5 pounds or at the most 10 over a period of years, and you're going to take these drugs for that?
Well, not only that, you're getting the side effects from these pills, which is not a healthy thing.
Oh, they're terrible.
Then you're going to end up eating more junk food because you think you can get by with it because
maybe.
you're going to lose weight on the pill.
All right, so who benefits from this?
The companies that make the pills.
Exactly.
And the
people,
doctors that recommend them.
and the people who are doing the research. I fell for that with the group in my area who said, oh, we're doing metabolic research, and we have a metabolic research lab. And we're trying out some drugs to see what they do because we think they're really going to be effective. And like a fool, I sent them some of my patients.
This must have been a long time
This
ago.
was 25, this was more than that, it was 40 years ago. Well, I stopped that.
Because?
Because one, they don't work. Two, they have side effects. One of the drugs they was using was fen-phen. Okay,
and we
turns out-
have a friend that died from complications.
Yeah, it causes
from that.
high blood pressure in your lungs, and it also causes valvular heart disease. Not a good scenario because it can be lethal. So if you want to be healthy, pay attention to the style in which you live your life, because it's lifestyle that's the most powerful medicine we have. So eat right, reduce stress. You'll weigh what you should more often that way. Exercise.
Sleep.
Sleep.
Have a purpose in life.
Exactly. All those things are the secrets that nobody tells us about so much. And if you follow that approach, you're going to do well in every area.